My name is Leo Moore and I host the talk show Suntawk. And this will be our 7 or 8 session in the year. And basically, I changed today. We don't have guests and anybody because we were doing it with a Spanish audience and we were doing it in Spanish, but I decided not to continue doing that. We need to continue doing it in English because when we try to tell people to come to the show, well, they're gonna look at the recording. So I need the recordings to be in English and not in Spanish. I mean, it was fun to have everyone there, but we and basically what we are finding is very interesting the situation with the shows. So, I mean, there's some talk and there's snacks. Snacks is in Spanish, and we have a big audience. It works really nice, but in some talk, not so much. And I don't know. We've been trying to figure out why. Why is this? So in plain and simple terms, it's very difficult to attract English speaking people to at least the topics that we are doing now, which is what I like to research and do, which is some people complain that it was. I don't like conspiracies. Well, this is not about conspiracies. It's about stories, cover-ups, and history. So, okay. So, I hope. Let me move to the second slide. Uh, yeah. So I mean, I'll keep pushing. Some people said, "Oh, you should stop Sontalk," and I said, "No. We should keep moving and just trying to get the voice out that what we do and what where we are about and so on and so on. So we are not about debating. Some people think that we're gonna debate. No, we don't do debating. We just exchange ideas and have a nice dialogue. A cup of coffee and some tea, and it's just to have fun. And actually, the objective of these talks are the objective is to raise everybody's intellect and for everybody to learn something new every session. So what is the key? The key is, or the way this works is that if you join us, I will send you a couple of videos for you to watch and hopefully for you to bring questions, 3 or 4 questions, which I believe is the key. Having questions on each talk is just phenomenal. That's how actually knowledge gets fleshed out, and so that's it. And so we gather for 1 hour, and sometimes we have very interesting things, and it goes for 2 hours. And we're still trying to figure out a schedule. I mean, the scheduling these is complicated. Not everybody can do it, and so on. So for now, Suntalk is being moved to 9 p.m. So we'll see how that goes because everybody complained about family and the summer and everything. So okay, so we moved it to 9 p.m. The rules of the talk is basically we share information, we have an open mind, we try to get knowledge, which in turn takes us to wisdom, a little bit of wisdom, and the ego is outside the door, of course, and what we want with wisdom is to get the power to raise our souls, our spirits higher in the long term. So, so the topics for today are, and we already covered this in the Spanish session, but I'm gonna cover it today for you guys. Antarctica. I mean, everybody knows what it is, but very few people know what's going on there. So we're gonna talk a little bit about Antarctica, and after that, I'm gonna talk about crop circles, but not the conspiracy that you heard. Oh, is it fake? Is it true? So we're gonna talk about a little bit of that. So and I'm gonna try to give you my insights, or as far as I know, what is it going. And it's very interesting because we touch the idea of other civilizations in the universe and had them talk to us some way. So I'm going to show you something that is probably the first time that we got a clear message out and a response. So that's what we're going to do in the crop circles. All right, so let's talk about Antarctica. So as you can see, it's huge. It's so big that the United States fits in it, and there are leftovers. So so Antarctica is just huge. So basically, right now there are 12 countries participating in the agreement that nobody should take land or exploit Antarctica. So basically, it's a free zone for those 12 countries to do mostly research, and of course the military is there as well. So so first thing is, and this goes with some pilots attesting that they saw holes in Antarctica. So so this is a story. Some pilot many years ago, he was on a mission, and he noticed that in part of Antarctica, the temperature was temperate. I mean, it was 70 degrees. So animals roaming, and he got, I mean, various UFOs or spaceships came around and guided the plane to land inside the hole. So so the guy met some civilization that lives there. So I'm not gonna get into many details about it, but this, if you look around on the internet, there's a lot of stories about the Germans wanting to go to Antarctica and find these people, and so on and so on. So so this is the first interesting thing is that, and they block, the governments block any picture or any video from satellites that show any disturbance or anything strange in Antarctica. As we talked about this in our pyramids session, there's a pyramid in Antarctica, and probably is the biggest pyramid on Earth because it measures 2 kilometers by 2 kilometers. So it's just gigantic, that pyramid. So why or how or well, most of what we know is that Antarctica at one point was not all ice and frozen. It was um, it was 70 degrees, 80 degrees, and they have found evidence of vegetation and animals and everything. So at one point, thousands of years ago, Antarctica was not frozen. It was just a normal continent. And some maps from Pieris Rees, which is in 1500s, he showed Antarctica without ice. So, and we know that he copied from older maps. So, so that's what happened a long time ago. So another anomaly that we find in Antarctica is this. It looks like a fortress, and it's like it has like buildings, and it has a wall. So it's kind of rare because this doesn't come with nature. It's some kind of a wall there and some structures in there. I mean, some people said there's a pyramid in there. It's hard for me to discern if there's a pyramid there, but anyway, so who knows? This is interesting to see. Um, to me, the most interesting structure in Antarctica is this one. This one was taken by some Google Earth user, and he used the measuring tool in the application, and oh, tremendous surprise when the length of this structure was 14.2 miles. 14.2 miles. That makes it one of the largest structures on Earth. The longest and the biggest. So there are videos of it. You can watch it on the internet, but it's all under ice. So well, you know that the ice is melting, so many things are appearing in Antarctica. And as I say that, this is a photograph of some melted part of Antarctica, and there's clearly a disk that crashed into this on the ground, and you can clearly see the disk protruding from there. And so again, something very, very interesting. So so basically, the other things not so mysterious is that they found 70% of the drinkable water under Antarctica. 70% of the water in the world is under Antarctica. So they drill a site, so they drilled here. And so you can see here, this map shows us that Australia probably was once part of Antarctica, or Antarctica was part of Australia. They were close together. I mean, you can see they fit very, very nicely in this map. So all right, so that's Antarctica. There are other things, but those are the things that I like the most. So let's jump into crop circles. So first of all, you've heard that there was the story first about the crop circles, but sometime later, I don't know, like a year or 2 years later, some guys, Dave and someone said, "Oh, we are the ones doing the crop circles." And of course, anybody can do a crop circle. It's not uh, it's not rocket science. But what nobody can do is do a crop circle that doesn't damage the plants, and nobody can make those plants grow bigger than the other plants outside the crop circle, and nobody can do that after plowing and harvesting the crops, the designs remains on the ground, sometimes for years. So that's the point. The point is crop circles done by someone that is not human. Um, they're basically there is a way of messaging to humanity without interference, basically. So so what are the crop circles? What do they show? They show a lot of different designs. They show a lot of mathematics. They show a lot of blueprints of machines that some people figure out that if they put the figure on an AutoCAD program, they can extrude it 3D and make a machine or parts of a machine. So yeah, so that's the difference. And the other thing is that doing a crop circle like this, which is gigantic, nobody can do it in less than 3 hours, which is what it took this to appear in the UK. It appeared in less than 3 hours, and this would be massive for people to try to do this and hide their tracks. So anyway, okay, so let's move on. So this is why it's so important, the crop circles, because in 1978, Carl Sagan and the people at SETI in Puerto Rico, they send a message to some constellation 40,000 light years away. So they figure, oh, they're gonna um, respond who knows when. So the message that they sent was um, this matrix, right? So trying to make it as simple as possible. So the first line denotes the numbers 1 to 10. The second section denotes the elements of life on Earth. So hydrogen, carbon, uh, oxygen, and I don't know the P. But we are based on carbon. Then some chemical structures that we find. Then the humans, which are based on two helix, the height and the number of at that time was 21 billion. The solar system and the third planet, we mark it as the one that we are in it. And lastly, the radio telescope that was used in Puerto Rico to send the message. So 27 years later, and I don't have the crop circle here, I should add it. 27 years later, we got a response. So the response is here to my right. So they wrote back. They, we don't know, but I'm gonna show you a picture of they. So they said numbers 1 to 10, yes, but we are not based on carbon. We are based on silicon, and same chemical structures, all the same. But they said we have 3 helixes, um, and we are 4 feet tall, big brain, and we are 21 billion currently. Their solar system, their sun is smaller than us, than ours, and they live in the third, fourth, in some planet that we don't understand why they put it 4 squares here, and so that's where they live, and the machine that they use to send this message. So so everybody complains that why they don't speak English. So basically, this is the crop circle that appeared no later than that, and it was encoded in ASCII. So so you can see this is not a human face, right? Big big head, and that circle had this message for humanity: be aware of bearers of false gifts and their broken promises. Much pain, but still time. Believe there is good out there. We oppose deception. That's why they don't like to communicate with us, because we are not serious about it. And conduit closing. So yeah, so I like that, because it's kind of the first glimpse to me that that we had some kind of contact in general. And of course, if you look on the internet and you look on many videos, you will see that there's contact, but of course, everything is super secret, and so on and so on. I mean, they just cover up everything they can with aliens. Oh, there's a story. So in 1940, there was a girl called Lucia, or Lucy, and and she was given a message for the Pope at that time, and the message said that we are here, or we are um, other civilizations that would like to help you out. But the Pope didn't was not able to say that message out loud. So so they said, well, maybe in 100 years. So okay, so for them 100 years is like nothing. So so that's that with that, and what time is it? 22. So if you're looking at this and you're an English speaking person, this is where I stop doing the presentation, and we start talking about either the topics or other topics, and we just spend 1 hour having a good time, having a dialogue on many things. So that's how it works. So I hope you liked it, and hope to see you in the next one. All right. So thank you very much for watching.